Hello and welcome to the review at Random for Jaws 2. Wait a minute. It's Jaws with a number 2, not the Roman numeral 2. Get that right. Okay, now that's correct. Jaws is the first film, according to a lot of sources, that used the number 2. Apart from Sweeney 2 in Britain, but apparently Britain doesn't matter. Like quantum mass doesn't matter. So anyway, I'm a massive fan of Jaws. Always have been. Scared the shit out of us. Even have a Jaws t-shirt on my action figure. You know, Stephen Mason action figure. Revisited Jaws 2 the other night. Just randomly, I bought the box set a while ago. And you know, you got a bit of love for Jaws. A bit of love for Jaws 2. Not much love for Jaws 3 and Jaws for the Revengers. That's not the fuck really. Did actually watch a comparison of the new CGI or the old CGI. But yeah, I revisited Jaws 2 and I'm a big fan of Jaws. There's the classic by Quint. You've got the Jaws 2 poster up on here on the right. Jaws VHS, Jaws Steelbook, all things Jaws on that shelf. And I've even got the novel. A really old retro rare version of the novel. And it's an original as well. 80 pence, man. How long ago was that? You know, a terrifying new film. I mean, the cover had it going. Now I always known that as the cover, and I haven't read the book. I might put it on the list to read actually. Now I've just watched that. I've just almost finished Killian's book. I could also probably do a bit of quizzing on Jaws, as I have Killian's quiz book. It'll be at the very end of the video actually. Right, where the hell is that other thing at? Ralph breaks the internet. You're not breaking this video, Ralph. Just off camera. Here it is, Jaws 2. Picked this up at a boot sale. I mean, look at the artwork on this, guys. It's absolutely awesome. Sorry, it's a bit dark. I did break the other stage light the other day. I can't even remember where the other torch is. Wow. Yeah, oh, hang on. A little backup one. But a little bit of a backup light. Alright. That bit better? Sorry all out there. Give us a thumbs down. Yeah, go on. But yeah, I love this artwork, obviously based off the original old shark there and the guy trying to get back in the boat, which is an actual scene from the movie. And yeah, it's got the soundtrack of it. I've got the soundtrack for the new Jaws. I refuse to pay Mondo prices for a black vinyl. Mondo, if you're going to do a vinyl range, and you're going to have, look, yes, lovely artwork and have an expanded score, don't, it's got to be colour. So anyway, rewatch Jaws. Now, there's an outtake a bit that Jaws is a phenomenal movie. It's one of the biggest. It's the reason we have the summer blockbuster. And what Universal did, or resurrecting the original Jaws, was amazing on Blu-ray. The quality was good. Now I didn't watch this one on Blu-ray. I just watched it on DVD. And I've got to put my hands up. This is a very well-made film. Yes, Steven Spielberg didn't want to do it. Yes, Richard Dreyfuss didn't want to do it because they were doing Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Roy Schneider only did it because of a technical contract error or something like that. But, you know, I don't even think Peter Benchley had anything to do with it. But, to capitalise on one of the biggest blockbusters ever, the producers had the right mindset. They got the right director, even though there was a bit of confrontation. And yes, Martha's Vineyard didn't want fucking nothing to do with this. The film itself, or what the film is, it's, you know, the phenomenon of Jaws was there. So, way back in there, you got Jaws 2 comes along. It starts off, and it's great to see the orca, the ship, at the bottom, even though people point out that the Jaws, the Bruce the shark smashed through the side and the side's fine. But it's cool to see the orca and they're going around there and it's like, okay, there's another shark and it's back for revenge, sort of. And I think one of the things what works really well in this movie is the shark is done the best it can. £30 million spent on this was a lot of money, but I like how they've used the shark in this. They're not scared of showing it from the get-go. You're not waiting. I mean, one of the terrifying things from Jaws 1 is when it's not the one where, oh, fucking hell, we're going to need a bigger boat, the old classic scene. It's the bit when the guy can't get back in the boat and he's pushing the lad up and you just see the shark turn underwater and just, poof. That is terrifying. That is like one of the strikingest, especially when you see it on Blu-ray. It's like, wow. But yeah, and even like the cutscene with the kid on the let's put it out this there. Here we go. Even when the kid's like goes out on the raft, and I just want to point this out. It's, imagine that it's blue. Shouldn't they be red handprints? But yeah, even when the kid goes out on the raft, the bit where the shark comes up behind him and there's a black and white picture being released, and like that's the first scene, and when you see it on Blu-ray you can just see the shark, you know, but there's apparently a scene before that where it's fucking terrifying. But the second one carries on the story. Later on the kids are all grown up sort of, and Brody's still a bit of a psychopath after the events of the first movie. There's a little like nod to the head that where Richard Dreyfuss is gone. Hooper, he's basically got the opportunity he always wanted to and's gone off to explore the yacht and can't come to save the day. And basically there's a new shark and it goes around stealthily killing a few people here and there. It takes a pun at Orca and kills off the SeaWorld's fucking mascot, a killer whale, which she can also kill in Jaws the game. So yeah, there's it sets the scene up. It's a nice, there's a lot of foreshadowing and stuff like that about the lighthouse and stuff like that. And it's great to see a lot of the original extras and cast members all back in. And begs the question of like, I mean, it's not like, oh fuck, there's a shark again. It's like, oh fuck, there's a shark again. We're not going, there can't be another shark, but there is another shark. And it doesn't beat around the bush too much about that. But again, you see the shark just like cruising in off the bay. It's going to have a fucking little snack here and there, and it doesn't go. I mean, John Williams had a lot of time preparing the score, and I don't think it really uses the score strongly, because instead of not seeing the shark and using the score when the shark was there, you see the shark, and I know this scene. I mean, the storyline is basically there's a shark's back, and like no one believes him for certain bits. Then the kids go off on the raft, and there's unlike the first movie where there's just the three main characters where you get a lot invested and a lot of character development. This is basically, there's a lot of kids to get to know. When you're Brody and all his family and all of that, and then there's all these kids and like kids dealing with the, like, you know, puberty and stuff like that and all that going on. And they all get in the boats and like who's who and whose son's who and who's what and who's in what boat. But the idea is basically they get out there and then roll in a little boat, and it works really well. You can totally tell it's a different director. And there's one scene that gets a lot of hate, and I'm trying to look for anything I've got, for example, what I can do. There's a bit where they're just about to pull on the boat and the shark comes along, and it's an amazing shot, but everyone goes, oh yeah, the fucking mouth caves in the middle. And yes, that's exactly what happens. But it's a great shot. It's a great use of a robot shark and all its visuals. You know, you see it go, the way it used, I mean, the way it, like, you see it chasing after the girl on the fucking jet ski, and it's just in the background, it's just the fin, and the speed it's going at, that's awesome. The way it just goes past in the background works well, you know what I mean? So yeah, death scene and stuff, obviously it gives its own character. I mean, the woman in the boat who decides just to, like, is she trying to burn it or anything? She just spontaneous combusts, doesn't she? And she goes off. But no, I think it's a well-made film. I really, really enjoyed it. I haven't seen it for a couple of years. Yes, Jaws 3 is, I've seen it quite a few times, and every time you see it you think, fucking hell, what are they thinking of with a shark? And then Jaws the Revenge, it's like, oh, I get so many puns and jokes. I do have it on VHS. Jaws 3 is right in front of us on VHS when I say that. But no, I enjoyed it. I mean, it's not as bloody. I mean, you know, it's a strong movie. I don't know what people expect. It's what they wanted to see. They fell on my own fucking tripod. So this is a book by Killian H. Gore. It's a Jaws quiz book. I'm just going to see if it's got Jaws 2 in here. There we go, Jaws 2. Just flicked open like it was meant to be. Let's have a look. Jaws 2 questions. I'm just going to have a few actually. At the beginning of Jaws 2, what two drivers take photos of themselves with? Hooper's broken anti-shark cage, the orca, the sunken pirate ship, or the underwater cable? It's the fucking orca! There we go. Who directed Jaws 2? It is number D, and I cannot pronounce his name. Janot Swartz. It wasn't Steven Spielberg. What was the tagline for the original movie poster, and one of the most used taglines in history? And it's like, it is just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. I'm sure there was a fucking crocodile film that really abused that lately. But yeah, it's like, wow, that is one of the most iconic taglines ever. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, I was like, fuck. Because Jaws, I mean, to me, even when I hear cold water, I just see that fucking shark. Even though it's like, yeah, it's, you know, it's just a rubber shark. I mean, no, that's like death. You know, you're dead. What was the name of the girl killed by the shark while she is water skiing? Tina. I want to say it's Tina. Which John Carpenter horror movie did Keith Gordon Doug go on to star in? And that is Christine. Yes, the kid from Christine is in it as well. So yeah, this is Killian's book. There's a lot of questions about Jaws 2 in here. I'm not going to go back through it and make this video any longer because there is a very long, but because of the trick of editing, there's a couple of very quick, there's a very quick outtake. But yeah, I really did enjoy Jaws 2. It's great to revisit. I need to read the book, actually. But no, storyline's it. You know, it's great to see Roy Schreiner back in it as well. And then this timeline gets fucked. I mean, 1 and 2 you can put, yeah, because everyone always asks, oh, have you got the box set of Jaws? There isn't one. There's Jaws 1, and it's funny that the way it looks, I mean, there might be another outtake. I might go and get the box set I bought, even though I probably already got a box set. But it's always like, the way it looks is Jaws the collection, and then it says underneath Jaws 2, Jaws 3, Jaws the Revenge. And everyone always comes back and goes, well, Jaws, isn't it? Well, talk to Steven Spielberg about that. You know, they just don't associate it. Right, I'm going to go and quickly check the outtakes for the box. It's a very slimsy, crimsy box. It's a bit like my, oh, what's that? Oh, shark there. Random, isn't it? Soundtrack, I've got the soundtrack on CD. I don't know where it is. I've got one of these, oh, it's it. So yeah, it's one of these. It's very clumsy. This is Jaws the Revenge, actually. From Prague. That's how Prague got the DVDs. It's like, oh hello. And you want to complain about your CD jumps and skips? Yep. Okay, next, see you in outtakes. Right, the new carpet. The box set of Jaws, there isn't one. There's Jaws 1. And it's funny. Here's the outtake before the massive outtake. Everybody go surfing. There it is. This is what I was talking about. This is Jaws. So the way it looks is Jaws 2, 3 and The Revenge. So it is really misleading. Jaws. It doesn't say and. It says Jaws. It doesn't say Jaws 2, does it? 3, 4 and The Revenge. It's just the way it gets people. But there's only 3 films on there. Jaws 2, 3 and The Revenge. So yeah, it's the same on Blu-ray. But yeah. See you in the next outtake. I definitely have Jaws 2 on VHS, you know. So Jaws Unleashed, the video game, just like Grand Theft Auto, it's an 18. Go around eating people, diving on boats and fighting orcas, like you do in like you do in the film. So yeah, last outtake, next. This is the end of the video. That's not where he's going to live, but I've brought the Mega Drive game down so Taz can be with the game. Okay, as I said, the next outtake is going to be the last outtake. It's a couple of weeks after I filmed that Jaws review, and I filmed a video recently for Taz, which you've just seen. Now, did you notice? Obviously, there is Jaws 2, all the way up there, holding up a shelf. I actually noticed it when I was filming the Taz that was in the background, so I had to put that outtake in the discovery of where Jaws 2 is. Freeze holding up that shelf, Revenge is holding up that shelf, the Jaws sequels on VHS are holding up shelves, and now there's one last outtake. Okay, this is probably going to be the longest outtake ever for Jaws 2, because I couldn't resist. My friend Sophie and Adam told me about this. This is the Jaws inflatable, sold by Primark of all things. Now, I'll be going on a summer holiday, but I thought I want one just for the crack, just for, you know, it's Universal, it's got Universal written on it. So it's going to be handy for the video. You've already seen it. This is like almost a Liam Carr reverse unboxing, because I'm going to go and try and blow this up. Wow, I'm going to hear a while doing this actually. I've been quit smoking for a year, so hopefully it'll not take that long.